Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 6.
Mother Nature putting a scare into central and eastern Kentucky with snow and cold temperatures beginning to push on into town. We'll talk about snow totals coming up.
And the messy weather could affect Halloween festivities. We'll show you some options that will keep you dry and out of the rain.
All the excitement about Garth Brooks in town is causing a headache for some, worrying about a traffic nightmare.
The murder of an 82-year-old Rowan County man is still under investigation. State police are asking for new tips.
WKYT News at 6 starts now.
Good evening on this Halloween, and we're starting the Halloween off on a pretty wet note out there. The trick-or-treaters are already out and about in many cases, but some wintry weather could put a damper on all of the festivities.
Yeah, that is why it is a first alert severe weather day here at WKYT. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey has a look now at what we can expect for tonight and into our weekend. Chris?
Yeah, guys, this is just the leading edge of the blast of winter that we've been talking about now for the past week. It is right on our doorstep, and look at where the temperatures are behind our front. Into the upper 30s, Lexington, Richmond, into Frankfort, Jackson. We're dropping now into the low 40s. You'll be in the upper 30s in about an hour to an hour and a half or so. So for the little ones who are out trick-or-treating, it is just downright nasty into central and eastern Kentucky. We're catching a little bit of a break to our northwest, but all of that is going to fill in very quickly as a big potent upper level low pinwheels behind the surface low that is off to our northeast. Look at that center of circulation. That's a very potent storm system that is dropping in from northwest to southeast, and in doing so, it's going to cause the precipitation shield to expand again into central Kentucky, southern parts of Indiana, and by then most of that will be in the form of sleet and snow and a bit of a wintry mix this evening. That'll go over to mainly snow later on tonight. Cold front is just off into eastern Kentucky. It's cleared Moorhead right on top of Jackson and Hazard. Get ready for a big blast of wind and falling temperatures. Now behind that, you're going to get in on some sleet and some wet snowflakes mixing in. Coldest spot I could find right now is in Lincoln County. Your temperature's at 36 degrees near Stanford now. Look at all that moisture, though, that will continue to work its way on toward the south and southeast. That is the burst of snow that we'll track in here late this evening and into overnight and tomorrow morning, guys. I expect at least a slushy coating on the grass and the car tops in many areas. Some folks under a heavier band could pick up a quick slushy inch or two out there, with southeastern Kentucky picking up on the most. That's where we have a winter weather advisory. The latest hour-by-hour forecast that has the up-to-the-minute snow totals in just a bit.
Chris, thank you. And he's been talking about this. Tonight could be the fourth time in history that Lexington has seen snow on Halloween, and road crews are ready to take action if that happens. They're on standby in case reports of slick roads or wrecks come in. In Scott County, crews have about 2,000 pounds of salt waiting to be distributed, but despite the preparation, crews say it is still difficult to be ready for snow early in the season.
Normally, we go to thinking about this around Thanksgivings, and between, Thanksgivings and the 1st of December, try to get everything ready to roll. But this is quite early this year, and it kind of puts a scare into you that you need to have some equipment ready.
As for Lexington, city officials say crews are standing by in case the conditions do get worse. They are encouraging drivers to use caution, especially with all of that traffic downtown.
We will continue to check in on the weather situation in just a moment, but right now we are tracking a breaking news alert out of Lexington. Police are on the scene of a robbery at the Chase Bank off Clays Mill Road.
Yeah, we are just learning from police that two men wearing Halloween masks walked into the bank, demanded money, and then took off. We're told both suspects were armed with guns, but no arrests have been made. We do have a crew at the scene, and we will bring you updates as we learn more. If you are planning to take the kiddos trick-or-treating tonight but don't want to deal with all this messy weather, there are some alternative options here in Lexington that will help keep you dry.
And warmer. WKYT's Mike Linden is in Lexington. He's been scouting out some of those indoor options for trick-or-treaters. How about it, Mike?
Well, Sam, it is cold, wet, and windy outside, but for the second year in a row, there are still many things that Lexington trick-or-treaters can do to get away from the cold weather. Kids in costume can play miniature golf and get a slice of pizza for free at Malibu Jack's off of Man o' War Boulevard from 6 to 10 o'clock this evening. Across town, Fayette Mall is holding an indoor trick-or-treat event at several stores from 6 to 8. And for the second year in a row, Centerpoint Church on Greendale Road is moving their Trunk or Treat event indoors, also from 6 to 8.
It's something that we decided to do because there are so many families that do need a safe place for their kids to come and enjoy, and also a place that they don't have to run around the neighborhood for a lot of evening, where they can just come, they can spend 2 hours here, have a lot of fun, get a lot of candy, and enjoy their evening.
Now, as Chris has been mentioning all night long, we're expecting overnight lows to get pretty cold into the 20s with gusts of wind up near about 30 miles per hour. And it's just after 6 o'clock, and it is pretty cold outside. And again, it's only going to get colder. Live in Lexington, Mike Linden, WKYT.
Thank you, Mike. And for a full list of details regarding indoor trick-or-treat events in Lexington, go to our website, WKYT.com.
Country music fans are gearing up for superstar Garth Brooks. He is playing 2 shows at Rupp Arena tonight and 2 more tomorrow, and city officials are expecting a huge turnout. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy had the chance to talk to Brooks this afternoon. Right now she is outside Rupp, where the concert is set to start in less than 30 minutes. Hi, Kristen.
This weekend will be one of the biggest for Rupp Arena. They are expecting record-breaking crowds out here. You can see there's a steady stream of people behind me. They're all trying to get in to wait for that 6:30 concert. After 16 years away from the bluegrass, Garth Brooks is back.
Somebody says, hey, Garth, name the top 5 cities to play in the world. Lexington's going to be in there.
He credits his wife, country star Trisha Yearwood, with making sure Lexington was one of the first stops on their tour together.
On the 98 leg of his world tour, I was on that tour. And so when you have a crowd like this, you want to go back. I mean, that's as sincere as it can be, is that you go back to the places that you had fun.
Garth Brooks told us Friday afternoon his artistic style hasn't changed. Expect to see the same performer up on stage as the one we saw back in 1998. This time, though, fans are coming with their kids. He says there's a whole new generation of listeners enjoying his work and paying to watch him perform.
This place is crazy. They're just stacked on top of you. We came here with the Judds first and left here going, oh my God, I got to get back to this place. They have been so sweet to us here, and they just come out and they just eat you up. And it's great, because I can't imagine this building if you weren't welcome here, if you were an opposing team member here. But when you come in and everybody's pulling for you, this is the place to be.
Now, if you're going to that later concert, city officials want you to park at the Old Frankfort Pike and New Circle lot. They are going to have a shuttle that will take you right here. Live at Rupp, Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
Well, Kristen just mentioned it, but we can't tell you enough. If you are attending those later shows tonight or tomorrow, you are asked to park in the lot at Old Frankfort and New Circle. And again, LexTrans shuttle will take you to Rupp. And if you're going to the early shows tomorrow, be sure to park in the High Street and Manchester Street lots near Rupp.
Yesterday, we told you about our investigation into football helmet safety across the state. Our investigation revealed 5 high schools in central, southern, and eastern Kentucky had helmets that received a less than good rating.
Well, we learned Rowan County has 6 2-star helmets and 2 rated 1-star. But turns out the principal of Rowan County High School was unaware of the ranking system. WKYT's Victor Puente sat down with the principal today to talk about how they plan to improve safety for their players. It's a story that's new at 6.
After that story aired on WKYT, the principal here at Rowan County High School asked to take a closer look at that research. He said he wanted to make sure their student athletes were safe. When Dr. Ray Ginter saw that his school was one of 5 highlighted in the piece that aired Thursday night, he emailed WKYT's Miranda Combs to get a copy of her findings.
I can take her report, and as you can see, within a few hours, we can take care of the biggest part of the problem.
He and his athletic staff set out to find the 8 helmets labeled 1 and 2-star. He says to his relief, 7 weren't being used.
I was relieved, one, because I thought, oh no, we've done something wrong. But when the coaches came in from the equipment room with all these helmets, I was totally relieved and I was very happy.
One of those 2-star helmets is unaccounted for, but Ginter plans on finding it.
We've got one adequate helmet that's either out being used or it's been reconditioned.
All 8 of the helmets meet the requirements to be used in high school football games, but he says that's not good enough for his players.
My son played football here, so that kind of tells you. You know, you want something, as a parent, you trust that the school is putting your child in the best equipment.
Dr. Ginter tells me now that they've identified the helmets that were less than good, those helmets won't be back on the field. In Rowan County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
Well, today we received Perry County's ratings for their helmets. You can find those ratings on WKYT.com. And we ask you if Kentucky high schools should be required to purchase football helmets with the highest rating, according to the Virginia Tech evaluation system. And nearly 92% agreed helmets of the highest rating should be purchased. About 8% said they shouldn't. If you would like to participate in that poll or want to see a full list of helmet ratings for Kentucky high schools, just go to WKYT.com.
We are just 4 days away from the election, and the candidates for the U.S. Senate seat are making one last push to increase voter turnout.
This morning, Senator Mitch McConnell made a stop here in Lexington. A rally was held at the SRC of Lexington over on Eastland Drive. Senator McConnell pushed making a change in the Senate and encouraged Kentuckians to cast their vote on Tuesday.
The way you fix problems in our country is at the ballot box. You change the government. And the only change we can accomplish in 2014 is to change the Senate. And I'm optimistic the American people have about had enough of this crowd and want to go in a new direction. And that starts Tuesday night here in Kentucky.
The latest Bluegrass poll reveals that Senator McConnell has a 5-point lead over Democratic challenger Allison Lundergan Grimes. In Franklin County at Buddy's Pizza, although the latest poll shows Grimes behind, she says she is not concerned.
The energy and momentum is palpable, and I do believe with the endorsements of the Courier and the Herald, the firefighters, the teachers, the United Mine Workers, the energy and momentum, it's on our side, not just to live history, but to make it on November 4th and finally get Washington working for us.
Tomorrow, former First Lady Hillary Clinton will be in Lexington to support Grimes. The two will speak in northern Kentucky and right here in Lexington at Transylvania University.